The United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, UNCCD, made emphasis in its statement that the current trends of land degradation, desertification, and drought in our world today are at an alarming stage. Each year, 12 million hectares of productive land is lost due to land degradation and drought. The number of countries affected by desertification rose from 110 to 168 since 1990s. An estimated 135 million people will be at risk of being displaced by desertification over the coming decades due to water shortages and reduced agricultural output. By 2030, the demand for food is likely to increase by 50% and for energy and water by 45 and 30% respectively. Each of these demands will claim more land. Unless degraded land is rehabilitated, forests and other lands will have to make way for the required food production. Geographically, Eritrea is located in the Sahel region, which is prone to drought and erratic rainfall. The situation is aggravated by climate change. Hence, sustainable land management issue assumes great importance for countries like Eritrea, whose economy highly depends on agriculture.
Naturally, there are no continuous rain. We have erratic rainfall. We don't have permanent rivers. We don't have permanent lakes. So the only thing we can do here is to harvest a drop of water.
Taking this reality into account, the government of Eritrea has, right after independence, massively invested in the agriculture sector in order to restore, sustain, and enhance the productive functions of the country's natural ecosystem resources. Community-based afforestation and soil and water conservation have become routine activities of the people and the government, aims at conserving and rehabilitating the degraded land due to different causes like climatic conditions, deforestation, overgrazing, overcultivation, soil erosion, and decline of soil fertility. Research shows that managing land more sustainably reduces the rate of degradation.
ብዙሕ ቦታታት ኣሎ ጸኒቱ ዝነበረ ኣግራቡን ካልኡን ምስቲ ናይ 30 ዓመት ኩናት ማለት እዩ ነዚ ነቲ ኣጻድፍ ዝመስል ዛላታት እንዳሰራሕና እቲ ኩሉ ግዜ ዕቃብ ሓመድ ማይ ንብሎ ነዚ ዛላታት ጌርና ድማ ኣግራብ ጌርና ኣብዚ 11 ዓመት ብዙሕ ትርኢዮታት ኣሎ ብዙሕ ዝለወጥናዮ ቦታታት ኣሎ ሕጂ እንታይ እዩ ምድረ በዳነት በሓደ ጊዜ ኣይትምክቶን ኢኻ ግን በብእዋኑ ካብ ለብዘበን ዝገበርካን ዝመጽእ ዓመት ዝዓበየ ትገብር ከምኡ እንዳገበርና ነዚ ምድረ በዳነት ንምክቶ ኣለና.
Students have been engaged in afforestation and soil and water conservation programs in their summer break for more than 20 years, and many students have been organized in green clubs to promote tree planting in their respective school premises.
خرمتاو معتوت ألامو ولا كوا جرين كلابا إمبرنا مجرابي نيرو وين ذا إثرا حملاي كنجبرا بزيكون حزعتتات نتوم ذلو أو هاجرنا حزعتتات قال دحنت أنهم قال جند التداخمو إندجنا داقم مهنات الناجبرنا كنا محيشوم نتقرأ لنا كمون حمدنا ببوانو أبتي أتعدف زخون بوتاتات ندا تبع حقوقي خيط سلزلو نزون عقاب حمد ماين دا قبرنا أقرب نتخللو.
The great achievement was done in terms of the greening clubs. Before starting this greening campaign, nationwide we had only single green club, which was in Sanafi High School. But now we have 530 green clubs nationwide.
هذا تقند على معنا نتايو نتي حملاي كلب نعو نمعباي نعو نمعوات مالتيو زخ أنتايو من إسات قلتفو تقبالي إنرجيتيك بلح سلازخاني نزي من إسات بيت مرتاد دلو أب كله أمل هجر دلو قصقاسات نكايدنا بزعبا زي جرين كلب تن كلبات من انت انبباخ بزحا راي كلبات زي كوني እዞም መንእሰያት እዚኣቶም ኣብቲ ቀጽሪ ቤት ትምህርቶም መደበር ፈልሲ እንዳገበሩ ኣግራብ ይተኽሉ ንኣብነት ዝተኸልዎ ቅድሚ 4-5 ዓመታት ድሮ ዓበይቲ ግራብ ኮይኑሎ በብእዋኑ ከዓ ዓመት ከምኡ ይቕጽል ኣሎ ምስቲ ቁጽሪ ናይቶም ኣባላት ግሪን ክለብ ዝበዝሕ ዘሎ እቲ ዝትከል ዘሎ ገረቡን ምስኡ ማዕረ እናወሰኸ ይኸይድ ኣሎ
To strengthen the land rehabilitation program in a systematic and vigorous way, the government of Eritrea declared a greening campaign on May 15, 2006, in a national greening conference attended by President Isaias Afwerki of the State of Eritrea.
عدن كبابن كابو حليفون نفس وكف سدران زيغان بجزية زلكوعن بفقدي زغلصون ናይ ምግራብ ዕማማት ኣብ ውሽጢ ቀጽርን ገደናን ጎደቦን ጎደናታትን ምእንቲ ክትግበሩ ንወለንታነት ጥራይ ከይተገድፈ ከም ግዴታ ተወሲዱ ናይ ተሓታትነት መቆጻጸሪ ቅጥዕታት ወፂኡሉ ዝርዝር ትግባረ ውጥን ክረቅቕ ይግባእ
Land is a complex resource natural resource we have. It encompasses soil, water, biodiversity. Our policy is to conserve and restore this precious resource. So, if you don't have a good land, if you don't have just a fertile soil and green land, then how can we live here? That's why all the ministers, even our president himself, to be involved in this one.
ንሰማዕታትና ኣብታ ክብርቲ ዕለቶም ኣግራብ ብምትካል ፍቕርናን ኣኽብሮትናን ንግለጸሎም ንዝኾኑ ዓበይቲ ብደረጃ ሃገርን ስድራ ቤትን ዘገድሱናን ፍጻሜታት ተኽሊ ብምትካል ነድምቆም ብዝከኣል መጠን ቀጽርን ዙርያን ነፍስ ወከፍ ትካልን መንበርን ብኣትክልቲ ከም ዝምዕርግ ንግበር እዚ ንብገሰሉ ዘለና ሓምላይ ወፍሪ ክዕወት እንተደኣ ኮይኑ ኣብ ዓዲ ክምርኮስን ዓመታዊ መደብን ገምጋምን ክግበረሉን ኣለዎ ብዓቢኡ ከዓ ኩልና ኣብ ውሽጥን ኣብ ደገን እንርከብ ኤርትራውያን ንደቅናን ደቅናን መጻኢ ወለዶታትን ቀጠልያ ኤርትራ ንግደፈሎም ካብኡ ዝዓቢ ህያብ ስለዘየሎ
As per resolution of the conference, all Eritrean regions are involved in various land rehabilitation campaigns, mainly in soil and water conservation, as well as tree planting activities. During the National Greening Day, the campaign's performance in all regions of the country is thoroughly assessed, and awards are given to exemplary individuals and institutions. Thanks to this campaign, so far more than 41 million trees have been planted in 16,000 hectares of land. More than 150,000 energy-saving stoves have been distributed all over the country.
We have tried to introduce this energy-saving stove almost more than 200,000. We have tried to establish different type of enclosures. We have different level of enclosures. We have national protected areas. We have zonal protected. We have also community protected. So, all in all, I would say the best achievement has been done in terms of this establishment of enclosures plus these grand clubs.
Permanent and temporary enclosures are increasing in number, and farmers are benefiting by feeding their animals by cut and carry system. It is to be noted that so far more than 300,000 hectares of land is under enclosure.
Early on, even these temporary enclosures, it was already practiced by our people early on, from ancient times. Every village has its own enclosure.
To adapt the negative effects of climate change, the government of Eritrea has been involved in different soil and water conservation activities, as well as construction of dams and diversion structures. So far, Over 350 dams have been constructed in the past 26 years.
We are constructing a lot of micro dams, ponds, big and small dams to harvest the water. It's based on this one that we are using irrigation. So they will conserve the soil and water, and then they will have the capacity to recharge downstream of the catchment areas.
To minimize the utilization of harvested water and increase cycles of crop production, irrigation equipment producing factory has been built and has started production.
A factory is built in Massawa to supply the farmers, the demand of the farmers. If we do that with the good climatic conditions we have, we can produce annually 2-3 cycles, for different crops.
Moreover, farmers are introducing contour farming and farmland leveling to conserve soil and water so as to enhance productivity of the land. Farmers, perceiving the outcome of these activities, are now accustomed to replicate these activities. So far, nationally, about 100,000 hectares of farmland has been treated by various soil and water conservation schemes, which boosted production by 30 to 40%.
In the contour farming and in the land leveling, we didn't go far, but still we understood and we are making aware the farmers by using land leveling and by using the contour farming. We understood and we have data collected 40% increase the productivity. So this has to also continue and to develop more than it is now.
Based on all these endeavors undertaken all over the country, the government and the people of Eritrea are committed to achieve land degradation neutrality by 2030. The government is also committed to involve all relevant sectors to meet the target. That is why Eritrea signed the UNCCD in 1995 and ratified the convention in 1996.
By the land degradation neutrality, there are two things that has to be considered. One is to prevent the land from degrading. If you are going to prevent the land from degrading, you have to have a land use planning based on the landscape, one. And the other is also you have to have, wise use of land, sustainable land management, and at the same time, it must be a village-based planning.
Let's secure green future for our children. Why select that team? It has been said that, especially the environmentalists, they said, the custodian of the environment said, this word or this resource, it is not inherited. Rather, we have borrowed from our future generation. So let's secure and make it better and then hand over to the next generation to share their own. That's the main objective.
ህዝቢ ኤርትራ ከም ህዝቢ ጻዕረኛ እዩ ህዝቢ ኤርትራ እዚ ኣግበር እዚ ኣስራሕ እንድሕር ኢልካዮ ተባዕታይ ዲ ኣንስታይ ጾታ ከይፈለየ ዝገብር ህዝቢ እዩ ንኣብነት ሓደ ጭቡጥ ተመክሮ ኣለና ንጸላኢና ተባዕታይና ኣንስታይን ተሓባቢርናና ካብ መሬት ኤርትራን ዘለዓለም ከም ዝጽረግ ከም ዝርሕቕ ዝገበርናዮ እዚ ሓደ ኣብነት እዩ ስለዚ እውን ሕጂ ነዚ ምምካት ምድረ በዳነት ድዩ ነዚ ሓምላይ ወፍሪ ድዩ ኢደይ ኢትካ ተባሂልና ኣብ ንእሽቶይ ተባዕታይ ኣንስታይ እንድሕር ወስመስ ኢልናዮ ከም ንዕወት ዘጠራጥር ኣይኮነን